Hi everyone, how are we today? I am so excited to be here. I have asked them to leave the chat open for me so you can drop your comments into the chat. I am so used to teaching online now that not having an operational chat just seems weird. Okay, so we are here to spend the next 30 minutes talking about tarot reversal, something I'm very excited about. So, for those of you who are joining us who don't know me, um, and that doesn't include my clients, hello, my beautiful people, Kelly, hi. Um, if you don't know who I am, my name is Leeza Robertson. I'm the creator of the Animal Totem Tarot, the Mermaid Tarot, the upcoming Cirque du Tarot. I am the author, writer of Tarot Court Cards. Yeah, I've got to look at them because I don't remember what I've created anymore. Tarot Court Cards for Beginners, Pathworking the Tarot, the new Tarot Healer, which came out last year. But today we're going to be looking at my book, Tarot Reversals for Beginners. So, a little backstory about this particular book is I actually wrote this one for myself because I design a lot of tarot decks. I wanted to get an overarching view of what happens when we draw cards upside down. And when I was doing my research, I noticed there wasn't a lot of books written on tarot reversals. In fact, I think the only one I actually came across was Mary Greer's book, which is a fantastic, fantastic book on tarot reversals. So I sat down with the objective to write myself an encyclopedia for possible different ways to look at tarot reversals from a deck creator's perspective. Hi, Stephanie. So nice to see you. Thank you for being here, my friend. So when I sat down to write this, just this mock-up of, as a deck creator, how could I envision a reverse card? How could I write a meaning for a reverse card? How could I actually get into the psyche of this upside down energy? I started to really explore more about the tarot cards, and working this way with the cards actually gave me a much deeper appreciation for the knowledge of the deck, the system of the deck, the way that we pull cards, how we read cards, how we use them in spell work, how we use them for prayer, how we use them for journal work, how we use them for professional, personal, and spiritual development. And that's really how tarot reversals was born. And I kind of pitched the idea to Barbara, and the rest, as they say, is history. So if you ever look at this book and wonder why is it so thick, that's why. It's my personal encyclopedia. So that's how tarot reversals was created. So one of the things that I love about tarot reverse cards is being able to use them deliberately, on purpose, strategically, and with intent. So I'd really love to know, like, some of the experiences that you've had with reverse cards. Do you read them? Do you flip them back up the right way? How do you deal with them? If you want to pop that into the chat as we go along, I would love to see how your relationship with upside down cards is, and maybe how I can convince you to add them intentionally and strategically to your tarot practice moving forward. So when I was sitting last night in meditation and I was thinking about this talk, I asked the universe to give me a bit of a sign on how to direct today's class specifically for the energy that we're in right now. So I know we're in Mercury retrograde, but I wanted to go a little bit deeper than just Mercury retrograde. I actually wanted to have a little bit more of an exploration on what the energy is today, specifically on June 12th, 2021. And I don't know how many of you know this, but we're actually in Venus Gate today. So it's Venus Gate in Cancer with this Mercury retrograde, which to me is incredibly auspicious because this is a lot of healing, releasing, renewing, restoring energy. And I wanted to give a ritual slash spell slash intentional way to use reversals cards as a form of healing work. So that's what we're going to do today. Okay. Um, so a lot of you do read them, some of you don't, some of you flip them up the back way. I'm going to hope that by the end of today, you'll keep your cards upside down. You'll just leave them that way and not try and enforce upon them. So let's have a look at what Venus Gate in Cancer is with this beautiful healing energy. So one of the cards I have pulled for us to work with today, and I have 3 cards for this ritual slash spread slash prayer work, however you want to do it. You'll probably see behind me, that's my altar at the back. I do a lot of altar work. So I use tarot cards and oracle cards as a very divine practice. So that's where we're coming from today with this beautiful Venus Gate energy under a Mercury retrograde. This divine space that has come forth at this moment in our timeline to offer us an opportunity to heal our heart, to expand our vision, and to strengthen our connection to the divine. What a beautiful day. What a beautiful day. It's very auspicious. So one of the cards that I pulled to be a part of this was the Queen of Cups, and we're actually going to have her in the upright position. So if you want to do this spread along with me, go grab some cards, or if you're watching the replay, I'm presuming there will possibly be replays for this. If you're watching the replay, you can go ahead and stop this now and then grab your cards. So we're going to be looking here because it is Venus Gate in Cancer, and the Queen of Cups is this beautiful Cancerian energy. These cards are from my Mermaid Tarot, in case you are wondering. So we're going to use her. She's going to be the first card in our 3-card little spread here. She is holding that space. So do you see how she's holding this energy? She's holding this beautiful vision of our healing. She's extending the forward soul vision, not the ego vision, the soul vision, the vision beyond the vision. So she's holding that space right under that Venus gate right now. The upside down card that we're using today, the reverse card we are using today, and this card must be in the reverse position, is the 3 of Swords. So we're using the 3 of Swords in the reversed aspect. Right? We're deliberately using this card in its reversed aspect. We are doing what I like to call in this book, pulling from the protection aspect of this reverse card. Why do I want the 3 of Swords upside down, deliberately and on purpose, for spell, prayer, and ritual work? Because the 3 of Swords in its upside down position talks about those swords releasing, coming out. We're dropping them. We're healing the heart. We're letting it go. We're not saying that it's not going to be painful. We're not saying that it mightn't cause us a little bit more suffering. We're not saying that it will be healed instantly in this moment. What we're saying is, under this beautiful Venus gate in Cancer energy, under the bountiful blessings of the Queen of Cups, we feel safe, we feel secure and loved enough to drop any pain that we are ready to start the healing process on. And that's really what that reversed 3 of Swords is going to do for us in the protection aspect. If you want to go deeper on that, it's in the book. The 3rd card we're going to use, because this is a healing spread and a healing prayer and a healing ritual, is actually going to be Temperance, but we are going to keep Temperance in the upright position. So in this spread, we have 2 cards in the upright position, the Queen of Cups and Temperance. And then we have the 3 of Swords deliberately reversed. So let's go ahead and just take a moment. So if you want to place your hands on your heart, you can, and let's just drop into this space. So let's get this connection between the upper chakras and the lower chakras. Let's pull them into the heart space here and gently close your eyes and take a Take a deep breath in. Breathing out. And ask the heart. We're asking our heart, not our head. Ask the heart. What pain am I done carrying around? What pain am I allowing to release so that the healing can begin? What is it that I am willing to hand over today to the Queen of Cups and Temperance? With Mercury in its power of renewal and restoration, what serves me to let go of? And take a breath in. And out. Good. Just relax. Hold that. Now, when you come to do your ritual, you can write that on a piece of paper and put that on your altar. Or if you are quite well versed in ritual and altar work, you can write it on a red candle. And that's the kind of candle we're going to use for this when we put this together on our altar. I'm not going to show you how to put this together on your altar today because we don't really have time for that. But you can set your altar up any way you want, but you can put that on your candle. But when you write on your candle or when you write on your paper, you want to start with the words, I am. I am releasing. I am restoring. I am letting go. I am beginning the healing process of, and then whatever it is that you want, whatever it is that came up for you. If you want to share it and pop it in the chat, you absolutely can. That is totally up to you. I am not enforcing that in any way, shape, or form. So I just have a regular pen that I use to write on my candle. So I would literally write that onto my candle, onto the wax, and I would write it out. And then if you have a lovely essential oil that you would like to anoint your candle with, you absolutely can. So now that we have our 3 cards with our intentional upside down card for our personal healing, for healing our heart, for letting go, so that we can drop into a more aware space of where we want to be, who we want to be, and how we wish to embody that future self. We're going to go ahead and do a little bit of a healing work here and call in the angels to help us pull these 3 swords out. Now, it is up to you how fast you want this energy to release. It is up to you how fast you want the healing process to be. You can ask for it to be gentle and tender and slow, or maybe you're someone like me who just likes to get pain over and done with. You could ask for it to be ripped out and healed as quickly as possible. This is your healing space. This is your blessed ritual for healing and growth and expansion. This is your divine connection with the cards. So you ask for what you want. So if you would like to participate in this small tarot reversals healing under Venus gate with the power of Mercury retrograde, you could drop a yes in the chat. You can say it out loud, you don't have to put it in the chat. But if you're with me here in the live stream and you're ready to do this healing, and maybe you've never done healing work with tarot reversals before, you might want to put that in there. So we're just going to go ahead and connect back to our heart space. because for me, the Three of Swords is very much, and I know in traditional tarot, we do see those three swords deep into the heart, right? They're like really in there, aren't they? But we are dealing with this wonderful Venus energy today. We are dealing with Cancer. We are dealing with healing this heart energy. And we're tapping into that beautiful, miraculous power of Mercury retrograde. All right. Look at you all so ready. Yay. Okay. So let's again just drop back into that space of the heart. You can place your hands on your heart. You can hold them in prayer position, or you can just place them in your lap, whatever is comfortable for you. Okay. So I like to put mine on my heart. I like to feel that connection to my body through my heartbeat. I find it incredibly grounding and rhythmic and opens up the heart chakra frequency into the Ma space. And for me, that Ma space is the space of Venus. It's connected to the goddess. It is divine. It is older than the universe itself. It is the heartbeat of divine essence that comes through us all, connects us all. There is no separation when we connect to this space. That you hold your hands however you want. And once again, I'm going to ask you to gently close your eyes if it is safe to do so. And take a deep breath in and out. And in your third eye area, I want you to imagine that Three of Swords upside down. Those three swords upside down. And I'm going to ask Archangel Uriel to step forward here and help with this healing, to help facilitate the beginning of this journey as we heal this particular energy inside of the heart space and give it over to Temperance. So we're going to ask Uriel to step forward. We're going to give Uriel permission to be within our energy and to co-create with us in this healing space. And you're going to tell Uriel exactly how you want to process this step, quickly or slowly, gently. You give the instructions. You're in control. So just breathe in and out. And with each exhale, dropping into that space, strengthening that connection to your heart. And with each inhale, breathing in that healing energy of Temperance. And as you breathe that healing energy deeply in from Temperance, as Temperance sends you that rainbow healing as you breathe that in, Uriel works on your heart and allows those three swords to drop. Breathe in, breathing in that healing energy, breathing out, letting the swords fall at your pace. Breathing in, letting Temperance's energy into our body, into our heart. Exhaling. Letting Uriel work on those swords. And again, one more time, breathing in. And exhale. Thank you, Temperance. And now we ask for the Queen of Cups to move forward now and allow the Queen of Cups to restore and renew our energetic body, our emotional body, our mental body, and our physical body. And imagine the Queen pouring her cup right over the top of our head, as if in a ritualistic goddess baptism from Venus herself, washing us in her beautiful divine water, restoring, renewing, breathing in new life to our heart, and washing the pain out. Take a deep breath in and hold. And exhale. Another deep breath in and hold. And exhale. Lovely. We thank Uriel for being here today and helping us with this heart healing. We thank our tarot archetypes, the Queen of Cups and Temperance, for also assisting in this healing. And we bless and thank the reverse Three of Swords for granting us space to heal a past wound, to release a past pain. We thank the divine universe for aligning this day in our timeline and bringing us together under this beautiful Venus gate. And so it is. Okay. So, how does everyone feel now that we've run through that little exercise, that little very, very, very quick exercise on deliberate healing with a reversed card? Now, I know that's not seeing a card in a reversed reading, but I guarantee you that the next time the upside down Three of Swords comes into your reading, you're going to think about this card in a totally different way, which is exactly what I would like moving forward as these upside down cards sprinkle their way through your readings, in your spreads and in your daily draws. Now, this morning when I was, oh, look at all this. This is amazing. Happier, relaxed, peaceful. Yes, centered. I love this. Beautiful. You feel better. You feel lighter. Oh, this is wonderful. Congratulations. Well done on the deep work. And we only did this in a really short period of time. Again, if you want to do this in a hopeful and now I have some direction, that is fantastic. Thank you all for sharing and engaging in the chat. That is absolutely amazing. So if you want to repeat this again and write your own little prayer to say when you do your candle and you want to put these cards on your altar, you can go deeper again, because really we just did something really, really quick here. It was just me guiding you through a very short exercise that you can do on your own and go deeper into your own practice. You can play some music if you want to. You can definitely call in a different guide for healing, but Uriel's my guy. And you will read more about Uriel in my upcoming book. So that was just a really quick introduction to looking at reverse cards in a totally different light. Now, before we go, I actually came across this quote this morning on Instagram, which I thought was absolutely fantastic. And it is a great way to end a session. Natalie, you could do this as often as you want, darling. If you feel like that pain, like if you feel like you need to do this slowly and over time, then you could do this once a week until that you feel that those swords have dropped. So as you sit into that meditation, if you can see that maybe one has gone, but there's still two, just keep doing it. Put your cards on your altar, light your candle, put your intention on your candle, do that, ask the guides, whoever your guide is, to come in and help facilitate with that healing. And you can do it as often as you want. But as I was on Instagram this morning, because like I'm at this age now where if I've got something to do in the middle of the day, I can't do anything in the morning because I'm scared I'll miss it. So like for me, it was 1 o'clock. I was like, oh my God, I have something to do at 1 o'clock. I can't do anything else for the day. So I, I was checking on some of our clients and students, and while I was while I was on social media, I came across this quote by Steve Jobs, which I thought was absolutely perfect when it comes to upside down cards. And the quote is, "You can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them by looking backwards." That to me encapsulates exactly what it's like when we have upside down reverse cards in our readings and our spreads, or if we pull them in our daily draw. Sometimes in the moment from where we sit as we try to project forward, that card doesn't make any sense. But with hindsight, that reversal is always spot on. So I'm going to leave you with that. But of course, we have a couple of minutes. So if there's any questions you want to ask in the chat before we finish up our 30 minutes, anything about reverse cards that perhaps obviously I didn't talk about too much of the reverse cards in this talk, but if you've got some burning reversal questions that you desperately need to have answered, then we do have a couple of minutes and you can go ahead and drop those into the chat and I'll be happy to answer them if you like. If you really enjoyed this particular session and you would love, love, love to do some more, then you can come and find me on social media. I am Spells Potion Books Tarot on Instagram, and I am LR Tarot on Facebook. Let's see, reverse Wheel of Fortune. Actually, I don't mind the reversed Wheel of Fortune sometimes because it can slow the energy down a bit. So let's explain. My website is currently under construction. So there is no website right now. You will have to find me on social media. That is the only place to find me right now. Our website won't be finished until the end of July, early August. So let's talk about the reversed Wheel of Fortune, because I actually don't see that necessarily as a bad card. Sometimes when we're in a manifestation vortex and things are happening really, really quickly, like opportunities are lining up, or you just have this incredibly productive week, or it's the week that everybody wants something from you, go ahead and use that upside down Wheel of Fortune card just to slow the energy down a little bit. The same as you can, so you could use the upside down Wheel of Fortune, upside down Chariot. What else? The upside down Eight of Pentacles, the upside down Six of Wands, just to slow that energy down a little bit so you don't sink into overwhelm. I have done that quite a few times when I want to create some space. So I am very grateful that everything has all landed in my plate at the same time, but I want to create some spaciousness. So that's when you could use some of those cards. What happens if you get all reverse cards? Now, you've got an amazing reading if you've got all reverse cards. There's nothing I love better than a reading that is full of upside down cards, but I would also check to make sure you don't have your deck upside down, like just from a practical perspective. I'm pretty meticulous with my deck, so I don't know if I've got any other very anal deck people out there, but like before I ever do a reading, I always check my deck to make sure my cards are all up the right way. So you could check that. What else have we got here? For a while, most cards I drew were reversed. Should I redraw or was I blocked? No. And in fact, if you are blocked, don't you want to know? Like, don't you want to know where the blockages are so that you can clear them or so that you can work through them? Oftentimes a blockage is could be a mindset issue, or it's a hooked emotion. And I would rather those cards continuously tell me that these are in my vortex, because it means that they are interfering with the miracles that need to come my way. So I would never redraw them. I would keep them there and I would work through them. Let's see what else have we got here. Can I use any candle color? So for this particular one, I'm going to say no. Red, pink, or white would be the only colored candles I would use for this one, to be perfectly honest, because we are using this very specific container of energy. So no, not any color candle. If you can't get a red one, then just use white. So I actually, yes, I do. I am very, very pedantic about my deck. I make sure all of my cards are turned up the right way before I do a reading. That's just me. Why did you choose Uriel today? I chose Uriel today because Uriel is actually my personal archangel. And as I said, you can read more about me and my journey with the angels in my new upcoming book, The Divine Practice of Angel Numbers. So that's why I did that. Okay, we're at 30 minutes and I don't want to go over time. Thank you so much for spending some of your Saturday with me. I am deeply honored, and I really do hope that this helped you get to know reverse cards a little bit better. Thanks, everyone.